All right, we are streaming again. I'm doing it live. It's, it's a little bit lazy actually to do it live. I feel like, all I gotta do is turn on stream, start going, plug something in. Here we go. All right, no editing. A lot of people, I don't know, maybe I should be doing this, not literally a live stream, but just like a one-take thing that I upload later. But hey, I don't have to transcode anything or upload anything. It's just kind of fun. So what I got here is my Yamaha DTX Multi 12. It's hard to see. It's out of the camera there. But I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I've had a few. So this is not a modern piece of gear. Let's put it that way. It's been around for more than 10 years. I don't even know, maybe longer than that. And there's a few things out there. Roland's got their Octopad. Alesis has kind of a pretty fancy new machine. Got a color screen on it and it's super fancy. So I got to say, I tried a few of these things out in the last year, let's say. And it really comes down to the pads, I'd say. Like, if you're going to get one of these things, it's got to be playable. And if you're a drummer, how can I say this? You're going to be persnickety, about how these things play, especially the pads, how soft they are, how they rebound, the layout, things like that. So with respect to the Alesis, as fancy as that is, boy, the pads are so dead. I mean, it was like this thick rubber. I mean, it was okay to play with your hands, but like rebounding on a stick, and there was like no rebound. It was super dead. Upside is it's pretty quiet. I guess if you're kind of concerned about ambient noise, like generating from the pads, it's pretty good. But it just wasn't playable. Let's see, what else did I try? I tried some no-name thing that I returned. I mean, it was similar layout to this actually, but it left something to be desired with the programmability. Can't remember now, but I'll put it in the comments if I think of it. Okay, so the Octopad is actually the one to beat. I really like that one. I don't own it because it was really expensive. I just didn't want to drop the change on it. Maybe one of these days I'll actually get one. I think it's probably the leader here, although what I'm talking about here is the Yamaha DTX Multi, which I think is a really solid option for the price. These have been around forever. You can get them used. I think I paid 400 or some bucks for this one, like new. I think there was some deal. So they get discounted a lot because it's a pretty old thing. All right, let's get into it. So I'm a drummer. I got some sticks. One thing about this is the volume is very low. Like I said, it's not like kind of a modern piece of gear. It's pretty old, and the way that you load kits on it is pretty antiquated, I will say. And it's only got this two-line LCD screen, kind of like old school boxes. Like I'll say. I don't know, just, tons of rack gear and synths had the same kind of two-line display on it. The kind of pretty standard thing, like the Virus, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking of. Like the Access Virus had that same thing. Even as fancy as it was, it only had the two-line display. So, all right, let me talk a little bit about this. So, it's a good combination of stick rebound. You can do a double stroke roll, or double strokes, I guess. It's enough rebound to get that working. It's not a lot. I will say, the thing that has the most rebound is one of these old machines like this Yamaha. This is a blast from the past. How about this? DD5. It's an old school thing with, it has MIDI out. It's kind of like a fun thing. I kind of modded it a little bit, so it's a little bit, definitely not stock. We'll put it that way. But I will say these pads are hard as a rock. And they rebound like crazy. They're super sensitive. So if you're doing the rolls and stuff like that, little sensitive things, this thing is super cool. So, I mean, you're not going to get that on anything else, basically. These things are, I don't know. I mean, they're not super playable other than you get a great stick rebound, I'll tell you that. It's sort of like a practice pad. So that's enough digressions. So I feel like the the pads on the DTX have enough rebound that you can get the stick rebound that you need. It's not definitely not quite like a drum head. It's a little bit better than a practice pad. Hey. Hey. I'll strain it.
In your underwear?
Well, you can't see.